It is your mother freaking boy. I'm just gonna act like the most cringe gaming streamer of all time from now on. It is your freaking boy. Make sure to subscribe. Back with another stream. I'm making myself have a cringe attack, folks. Enough of this, Smith. Enough of this. Let's get into it. There aren't too many people in the stream just yet, but some of you are gonna recognize, I'm sure. Well, probably not, but some of you might recognize that what did I do? Sorry, I'm losing my train of thought. That I level grinded a little bit. Comrade, what's up, 3-level potato? How you doing? Geez, I don't know if I was almost gonna drink one of these Addison Rae energy drinks because I'm a TikToker and I gotta support my people. But it's 200 milligrams of caffeine. I just don't know if I need all that right now. Maybe I'll just take a sip and save the rest for tomorrow. That way I'm having less than 200 milligrams. Oh my gosh. That is actually fire. Not to support commodity fetishism, but woo! That stuff is good. Hello, Comrade Eddie. Hey, Jacob, how's it going? Just watched the YouTube video about how correct you were in the debate. Way to go. Thank you, 3-level potato. I'm glad you liked that. I had to show off a little bit, even though, you know, obviously that's not
May I help?
the reason we do our politics stuff and try to get people informed isn't so that we can be right, you know. It's so that we can change the world and make it a better place, but oh, we got 8 people in here already? That's awesome. Did I accidentally stream this to the Midwestern Marx YouTube or something? It's supposed to be only on my Eddie Lagersmith gaming account in the Twitch. But that's dope if we got a lot of people in here. Oops. For those who have been following the stream, I was a little bit nervous. Yeah, boy. Thank you for subscribing. Oh, Prime subscription. Let's go. All right, that's lit. Thank you so much for supporting us financially. Appreciate you like crazy for that. So I was a little bit worried about this upcoming boss fight. So I did just a little bit of level grinding in between episodes. The developers made it so random enemy encounters. Oh, nice. Thank you. That's actually really helpful. Random enemy encounters happen when you're on the ship, so that you can level grind, because they recognize this boss is pretty freaking tough.
Wow, that's huge!
What is that? The guardian worm, Every.
The guardian worm.
Beast, protector of Bavel.
Dude, I gotta put this thing away or I'm gonna drink it all.
The red carbonate.
This is incredible. This is from the
That
gods.
means we're close to Bavel.
How is this real? How is this no sugar?
We're gonna fight that thing.
Just incredible, folks.
Show 'em what you got. Go!
There he goes again.
Good job, Addison Rae. And the workers who created her products. I'm only here today because I'm not being currently exploited for once. Glad to hear it, Craig Mama James. Glad you could join us. How come you are not going live on YouTube, comrade? I'm just going live on the Eddie Lagersmith Gaming YouTube. We do not do the gaming lives on the Midwestern Marx YouTube. The Midwestern Marx YouTube is just strictly for political and theory stuff. Not that it's not entertainment as well. You know, and we do stuff like movie reviews and whatnot. But, you know, the gaming streams are a little different. So, we like to keep them on their own channel. Watch out for those artificial sweeteners, though. Oh, definitely. That thing is a can of artificial sweeteners. I drink so many energy drinks, I'm gonna drop dead at 30, but it'll be worth it. We'll have spread enough revolutionary education by that time, and I'll be okay with finding my final resting place. Shoot, I forgot to adjust the formation. I guess it doesn't really matter.
But we can't let her get too far away.
For some reason, it's not going live on your gaming channel. Oh, really? That's unfortunate. I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but it is annoying because I had spent a bunch of time trying to set that up.
But tell me quick, huh? This rig ain't so nimble, you hear?
Weird way to say because of Carlos. JK, JK. That's hilarious. That's hilarious. Not really, though. I agree with him on that. Oh, use the trigger commands. Move in and pull back. Stalin and Riku can give these orders. Okay. So first we gotta pull back. I've also got everybody's, everybody's overdrive is loaded up. Lol, I hear that. Trying to get the coffee back. Yeah, dude, I wish coffee still did the same thing for me. I was saying earlier, Jacob, it's not that important if it doesn't stream to our gaming channel. I'll just upload it to our gaming channel later, but... Midwestern Marks, MID, or more like Midwestern Marks, am I right? Oh, I get it. Boo! Boo! Boo!
You suck!
Your jokes are lame.
You suck!
Midwestern Marks is great. And I'm great at Final Fantasy. And I'm about to hit all these elemental reels. Okay, I got it. Fire. Oh. Fire. Let's go. Daddy's home. Sorry, this has been the dad joke hour. That's alright. Noah would appreciate it. I'll definitely tell him that joke, except Noah won't know what mid means. He'll be like, huh? I don't get it. Alright, we gotta nail another one of these. Let's go, baby. V, X, Z, C, right, C. Let's go. Nailed them both. I'm on it today, folks. We are gonna defeat this boss. Now we pull back. Alright, let's see. I might bring in Waka. But Riku has a bunch of Albed potions, which are going to really help us heal. As you can see, I've been... Not Waka, I meant Lulu earlier. As you can see, I've been deeply studying what we need to do to beat this thing. I can't remember what magic it's weak to. Almost got 5. Alright, that was not great. That didn't really do anything to us. That's good. I'm only aware of it from watching AEW Pro Wrestling. Otherwise, it'd be like old Noah. Old heads know. Dude, it's crazy how fast the slang develops. My senior year in college, they put 2 of the younger wrestlers in my house. Oh, you can hit it with missiles? That's so cool. That's so awesome. Sorry. We, had 2 younger guys live with me and my other roommate who was a senior. They were freshmen. And already I didn't understand the slang they were using. And I was only 22 or 23 at the time. And they're talking about cap, cap, cap. Everything's cap. This is cap. That's cap. I'm like, who's cap? Whose cap are we wearing? Or are we talking about here? I just didn't understand why everything was cap. No cap. Whose cap? His cap. Everything had to do with caps. And I was just super confused. And they had to teach me what no cap meant. Or like, that's cap. Like, you're lying. I didn't get it. They had to explain it to me. And, you know, I considered myself pretty young at the time. I'm like, I guess life really comes at you fast. You really just get super old super fast. Look at that. That's doing so much damage. That's so sick. Shout out to the Al-Bed and their Machina. We got Waka here, the devout religious man who's against Machina. I want to play Mother 3. I've never played it. Oh yeah, that game is fun. You can get it on emulator. Still have the cartridge and guide. Oh, that's cool. That's really cool. Isn't that kind of a rare game? I thought it was. Was Mother even released in the US? The sequels or whatever. I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. Game's fun though. Rare now, they don't make SNES games anymore. True, I mean there's that. Only the second one. Gotcha. Okay, I thought so. I thought so. My video game history is weak. And they released it as Earthbound, right? It's so weird how they always alter games to like be more palatable for Western audiences. It's just odd. Like they really think we're like too dumb to play like complicated games and stuff. It's crazy. But I mean, it's probably true. America. Alright. No more missiles left. Can't pelt these guys anymore, or this guy. I feel like I might have over-leveled myself, I don't know. I didn't even play Earthbound. Jumped on the Nintendo train at N64. Found new in Super Smash Bros. Dude, Super Smash Bros. Is such a fun game. Super Smash Bros. Is kind of undefeated, I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's pretty hard to beat that game. Especially because, like, with every new console that came out, Super Smash Bros. Has just gotten better and better and better. Every time. They always kill it. I find it funny that Voosh uncritically supports the 1999... What's going on here? Oh, they're trying to fire. 99 bombing of former Yugoslavia, while at the same time, up until 2.5 years ago, we didn't know that Bosnia and Kosovo were real existing countries, and genuinely believed that Portugal was in South America. No joke. What a master of geopolitical analyst he is. That was sarcasm. Yes. Yeah, he's just a neo-lib, but it is interesting. Like, even when I rewatch the debate, I'm like, this guy doesn't know anything. He's not even, like, well-versed in the talking points, the propaganda talking points, and, you know, there's, like, no ability there to refute the other side's argument if you actually dig in deep on it. But, yeah, I don't know. I don't think his audience really watches him for facts, you know, or because they know that he's doing really good research. Like, he openly admits to being work shy, aka lazy. You know, he doesn't like doing research or working hard. So why is his audience watching him then? You know, they watch him because he's an entertainer. I don't really get it myself. Like, I don't even see the appeal of a guy like that. I know he kind of rose out of, like, he came out of Destiny's community, right? But, yeah, I don't know. I don't get it. I just don't get the appeal, you know? Like, why would you even watch him? I don't understand, but people do it. People really watch him. Lol, what an effing moron he is with his fake accent. Vouch didn't know where Portugal was. That is truly hilarious that he thought Portugal was in South America. Portugal, a colonial power in Europe that colonized portions of South America. Like, he just has no understanding of history. He probably just plays video games all day and does his streams, but, you know, then he calls himself a political commentator. It's like, why? And why always take the neoliberal position and pretend like other people are stupid. People who actually research this stuff and actually take the time to understand this stuff. And that's when I start to think he's a federal agent. Not to just throw accusations out there, but I'm not the first one to say it. So he's anarchist and anarchist. Apparently he called himself an anarchist. Who knows though, dog? Like, that man. That thing. Oh gosh. No! No! I wasn't paying close enough attention. You gotta be shitting me. Come on! Oh, wow. Smith. Damn it. Let me get us another sip of my energy drink, then we're beating this thing's ass. Let's go. Give me power, Addison Rae. Give me power. We're not stopping until we take this thing out. Vouches for ignorant children. That's true. It's probably like high schoolers who watch him, I guess. Who are kind of interested vapidly in politics and LGBTQ issues, more so than like economic issues. I tried to find the actual clip that I saw on Twitter of him saying those things for you to react to on the last stream, but the tweets were from Bad Empanada's account, which is currently suspended. Bad Empanada just needs to relax, dude. What is... He's like always calling himself like Troop Exploder and like made his profile picture like a bomb. I'm like, why? Like, what purpose does this serve? And like, of course you're just gonna get banned. Like, he knows that. He just doesn't care. But it's still just like, why? Why are you doing this? But yeah, if you can find those, definitely give them to me. I'd be more than interested to react to them on stream, of course. And I would love to react to those. Oh, gotta pay attention. C. That's right, C. Let's go. Doink. Big damage. Alright, time to go through this again, folks. That boy need to calm down, right? Like, why? Why so unserious? Why so antagonistic to everyone? I don't get it. I truly do not. Bad Empanada's politics aren't even that bad either. Like, he's pretty good on most issues and on most of his videos. Does a lot of good research. Like, why you choose to be so crazy? Yo no comprendo, mi amigos. Bad Empanada isn't insane. He's just a maniac. It's a good way to describe it. It's actually a great way to describe it. Alright, shoot this thing. Let's go. Hit it with the guided missiles. Do it. I'm trying to get used to Twitch, but these emojis are really weird. They are strange, aren't they? I thought I set the emotes to be like Midwestern Marx emotes, but dude, I don't even know. I have no idea how Twitch works, so like, I'm as lost as you on that. Yeah, I thought you were able to post, if you like subscribe to us, you're able to post emotes of like me and Carlos and stuff. I spent a long time making them, so I hope they exist. Yeah. Oh, that was pretty good. I've managed to actually save those clips of him finding out about Bosnia and Kosovo to his comment about Portugal on my phone library. Yeah, I want to see that too, because, like, I mean, not to say Kosovo should be a country, and the Kosovo Liberation Army was listed by the U.S. as a terrorist group until it became convenient for them to start funding and arming them, which is a story as old as time. But what was I saying? But yeah, I'd love to see that because, like, just shows his ignorance about geopolitics. A lot of stuff shows his ignorance about geopolitics. A lot of stuff that he says. Alright, let's do this again. Oh, I can't? Okay. Just keep healing up so he can't hit us with his poison breath again. The big old jerk dragon thing. Alright, move in. When is it going to be Lulu's turn? I want to switch her out. Twitch emotes are the best, are they? I'm not surprised some people like them. Some people freaking love Twitch. Some people are all over the Twitch. We've always just... Our fans, for whatever reason, just always gravitate towards YouTube. I don't know why. I don't know how. But they just seem to like YouTube. So, give the people what they want, you know? I don't even know what to do here with Riku. Why isn't there a defend? Don't know what to do with him either. Guess we'll use a potion on himself. Can't hurt. How about if it was Kosovo and it was an anarcho-syndicalist commune? Jesus Christ. Then Vaush would support it. That's probably what they said when they were trying to get people like Vaush to support the Kosovo Liberation Army, the KLA. Like, hey, we're going to take these guys off the list of known terrorist groups and we're going to start giving them a bunch of arms and funding. But the left needs to support it because they told us they're actually going to start an anarcho-syndicalist society called Kosovo, C-O-Sovo. Like a cooperative, right? And Vaush would be like, oh yeah, that sounds amazing. You're telling me NATO's behind this? NATO socialism? Hell yeah, I love it. Oh, shoot. Let's hit this thing with all we got. Dang, that was actually a lot of damage. Do we kill it? Not yet. We're getting there. Have enough health? We do. Get him with the jump. See if this will work. Alright, lowered its magic. That's good. Alright, survived the poison breath. That's what I was most worried about. Give Riku that potion. The poison breath took us out last time, folks, so we're already doing better than last time. Oh, shoot. What am I gonna do here? Let's just do this. So heal poison, right? Yes, it did heal poison. Let's go. Alright, now we can raise Kimari from beyond the grave. Yeah, YouTube is still a default and easier in some ways. Rumble is slowly improving. Twitch feels complicated, lol. It does. People who seem to, people who understand it seem to really like it, and people who don't seem to think it's complicated. Rumble is awesome. I hope Rumble continues to improve, because it would be really nice to have an app or a popular social media app, video sharing app especially, that's committed to free speech. We really need that. Like, the censorship's getting insane, and obviously if any kind of direct conflict with Russia breaks out, the censorship here in the US is going to get out of control, even on the major platforms. So to have something like Rumble that's actually committed to giving people a platform to share ideas and debate would be incredible and much needed. Thank goodness I have all these Al-Bed potions, otherwise I'd be in trouble. I'm gonna use an X potion if I have one. What I find most disgusting about Vaush is it something that affects me is that he claims to be autistic without providing any kind of proof, and uses it as a way for him to say the R slur. As a member of the autistic community, we don't claim him. Yeah, that makes sense. That would upset me too. And yeah, it's just I feel like he's just weaponizing that as an excuse for him to use that word when he knows there's a lot of history and stuff behind it. So yeah, it makes sense. He's not a good guy, he's got no integrity. That's why I always say, like, I'm the anti-Vouch. Like, I know people like him in real life, and, I don't associate with them. I don't hang out with them. I don't allow them to ruin my life, because that's what people like that will do if you hang around them. You are who you hang out with and who you spend your time with. And if you spend your time with someone like that, you're gonna have a rough time. Why haven't I not used Stalin's? Joseph Stalin's overdrive yet? This will be some good damage here. Pretty sure Teflon or something like that made all of our generation neurodivergent to one degree or another. It seems pointless to even bring it up anymore. True, especially with the amount of people, maybe like Vaush, I don't know his story, but probably, who have like self-diagnosed themselves and who are like, I am this, I have autism, I'm neurodivergent, and they never go to a doctor. They just take like an online test. And also, there's doctors now who are criticizing the over-diagnoses of mental health issues and, various cognitive disorders, because it's just a way to explain away things that are caused by trauma or things that are caused by, day-to-day exploitation and alienation that a doctor can't fix, because a doctor can't just tell you, take a few days off work to relax, you're overtired, you're overworked. They can't tell you that. You have a job to do. You have to put food on the table for your kids. So, capitalism makes people sick, and then doctors are unable to do anything about it, and what they're pushed to do is just give you pills that alleviate the symptoms. But in order to give you those pills, they need a diagnosis. So to bridge that gap, you can prescribe people with, or, overdiagnose people with mental health disorders. So, yeah, I don't know. I have a lot to say on it, but there's a lot to be debated there, and people get sensitive, but, like, I've taken psychoactive pharmaceuticals before, and they were really helpful. I don't take them anymore because I didn't like the side effects, but they were really, really helpful for a time in my life, and I don't regret taking them. And I know people who are on them, and it's changed their life for the better. Like, I don't judge anyone who's on psychoactive drugs, and if it helps you, dude. Like, who cares? That's awesome. I'm just pointing out the flaws in over-prescribing some of these things. But, and I mean, there is a lot of use in, like, an autism diagnosis for a lot of people. It helps them understand what's actually going on with their brain. So not to poo-poo all of it, you know, it's a lot of gray area there. It's not just black and white. It's not like all these diagnoses are fake or something. I don't know. So thank goodness we have so many of these all bed potions. They're so useful. I didn't even realize that we had those all game, but we do. Let's play this safe here. Actually, playing it safe would have been giving Orin some health, but the all bed potions give us health and heal poison. Alright, I just gotta attack this thing once. We did it! We beat the dragon! We are successful, Midwestern Mark stream gang. Woo! We have done it. The only mental issue I'm sure Vouch has is narcissism. Pharma companies have an interest in over-medicalizing. Yep. I still doubt ADHD is even real. I mean, yeah, like, it's real. Like, it's a real, you know, they're real symptoms that people face, but it's just things that happen to everyone, you know, difficulty focusing and stuff like that, and it's worse for some people. You know, some people are more impulsive than others, but everyone struggles to sit still and focus all day. You know, humans aren't meant to sit in a desk for 8 hours a day. That's not how our biology works. That's alienating for us, and we're forced to do that from a very, 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 very young age. And it's impossible for a lot of people to do that without pharmacological help. Well, it's about effing time. Don't rush me, Jacob. I'm doing my best. Let's enjoy these beautiful graphics. Here we go. Time for the theocratic wedding of the century. Yes, finally having a vacation did wonders for my actually diagnosed bipolar disorder. I'm sure it did. I'm sure it did. That's exactly what I'm talking about. Financial conflict of interest in our healthcare system on top of just wanting to make people more compliant. For sure. I mean, that's the capitalist conflict of interest, right? You're more incentivized to produce for profit than you are for use. You're not incentivized to produce in a way that's rational, in a way that benefits society, but in a way that makes you the most profit. And that leads to contradictions in how you carry out your actions a lot of time. It's the same contradiction that causes companies to pollute, right? And like dump stuff in the water. They don't care about protecting the ecology or humanity. They care about making a surplus. And if it makes them a surplus or helps them make money to dump shit in the lake, they're gonna do it. They're gonna dump shit in the lake. What if Titus just fell right on this guy's head? It's like just blew his ass up. That'd be lit. I hope we get to fight him. I think we do. I'm not rushing you. I'm sorry if that's how I came up. I was totally kidding, Jacob. Totally messing with you. Sorry. Gun show. Gosh, there's so much full motion video in this part. Come. This is lit. Oh, that is so cool. Just dodging every bullet. That's such a cool scene, though. Wow. Solve ECP right now, and I'll ditch centrism for Marxism. Dude, the ECP is not a real thing. Solve ECP. Read any of the books, like Cockshot's book about central economic planning, and then read Mises or Hayek's book about the ECP. It's stupid. The whole philosophy, the whole ECP idea was just invented so that you can dismiss socialism and claim that it's been proved socialism can never work when it has never been proved. That's nowhere in Mises' work. He just jumps to conclusions because he's actually an ideologue, not actually a scientific economist. Are you really a centrist because of the ECP? That's why you won't embrace socialism, because of the damn economic calculation problem? Dude, please read Cockshot's new book about economic calculation or the Republic of Walmart book, and then actually dig into Mises. Actually read what Mises said, dude. It's not as intelligent as you think it is. And the libertarians, like, if you question them about Mises, they haven't read it either. Like, Praxpen and them. I actually read a bunch of Mises and a bunch of their theory and then had a bunch of questions about it, and they couldn't answer any of my damn questions because they hadn't actually read their own damn theory, and I was actually annoyed. Because, like, the ECP's, like, you know, there are difficulties in calculating an economy, but this has been rigorously discussed by socialists, and there's nothing that proves it's impossible to plan an economy. Just look at what China's doing with the amount of central planning that drives their economy. Yeah, there's private markets involved, but there's going to be markets involved in any economy. You're going to have exchange in any kind of economy. And yeah. I just can't believe the ECP works on people. Like, there's people who really won't. There are working class people who are like, I can't fight for a world or an economy dominated by workers because of the economic calculation problem. Like, dude. Nobody believes the economic calculation problem except a handful of terminally online libertarians. This made me choke on my drink. It's true, dude. No offense to the dead or the relatives of now deceased Friedrich Hayek. Hayek's got to be dead. Mises is definitely dead, obviously, but is Hayek dead? I wonder if I can destroy this thing with Riku in one shot. I bet you I can. We'll see here. What the hell? He just kicked Orin away. Nope, can't. Boom. Sir, embrace centrism. You're being slightly cringe. Sir, you sound like everybody who believes the ECP. Instead of arguments, you just have, like, internet slang. That's cringe. That's cringe. When you're... Come back when you're older than 16, and when you're working a job, and when you realize how bad it sucks to be exploited every day of your life by your boss in order to survive. And you'll realize the ECP isn't that big of a deal. And it's just something that capitalists use to say that we can't have a worker-dominated economy or a worker-dominated politics. Because, oh, you can't plan an economy without the market. Well, what kind of economy is there without a market? There's always going to be markets. There's always going to be goods exchanged in any kind of economy, socialistic or not. So what is this imaginary marketless economy that could never exist? Mises and Friedrich Hayek made it up in their heads. Just look at how central planning in China has abolished poverty. Abolished poverty. And you want to say that it's impossible to centrally plan an economy when China's done it and they've abolished poverty, while, you know, the U.S. is a much wealthier country because we industrialized much sooner and we're an imperial power, whereas China went through the century of humiliation before they were able to build themselves up and abolish poverty. But there's still mass poverty in the U.S., even in the richest areas. New York, L.A., you have huge concentrations of wealth, but also huge concentrations of poverty. Socialism alleviates that, and it is, China has showed us that it's possible, you know. To just say this is the best we can do because planning an economy would be too difficult. Ludwig von Mises said in the 1930s that we can't plan an economy at all. We better give up on it. Is the silliest thing I've ever heard in my life. The ECP has always been a silly thing. And the only place where people actually take it seriously anymore is on TikTok. That's just the truth of the matter, so you can say that that's cringe if you want, but that is reality. Oh, I messed up. What are your feelings towards MAGACOM ECPW? Haha, you're doing exactly what I said. Just saying internet slang instead of the argument. This is look, he did it again. TikTok ECP enjoyers, BTFO, the Pinkos. Dude, again. Hit me up when you're older than 16. Jesus Christ. Jacob, let's not let that guy ruin our chat with his idiocy anymore. The only person I know of that read Mises is that nerdy ginger kid moderated. Yeah, I would have rather debated that kid. At least he had actually read the libertarian theory. I seriously read so much damn Mises in preparation for that debate. And here we are. I had like real questions. I'm like, all right, so what does Mises think about this? And actually, I think I uploaded this live to our. Oh shoot, I messed that up. I think I uploaded the conversation our YouTube where I was asking Prax Ben like, okay, what does Mises mean by this? You know, what does he mean by that? And asking questions about it. Like, I don't know. I actually haven't really read into that much. And then proceeded to tell me about how he supported war with China and how he supports abortion bans, even though his big thing is being anti-government. So I'm anti-government, but I want the government to do endless wars and be hawkish towards China and tell women that they're not allowed to have abortions. Like, dude, you're a parody of your own ideology. I'm sorry for all of you who had to hear that TikTok debate about the ECP. If you're lucky enough to not know what the ECP is, I don't blame you. I remember when Hakeem had to talk about the ECP because a bunch of people from TikTok were saying it, and he debunked it, and you'll never, ever convince the libertarians that the ECP has been debunked. You can explain it a million different ways, and they'll always go, nope, ECP, which is what I mean. It's just like almost a dogmatic faith for them. You know, it's a way that they can always reject socialism without any rational reason behind it. And Hakeem, you know, made his video completely destroying it, citing all the sources that I did, and they're all just like, nope, hasn't been debunked. He's like, what the hell are you guys talking about? He's like, why do I even have to respond to this? You know, this debate has been dead for years. But they dig it back up. I wonder what he's doing nowadays, Hakeem. Making YouTube videos still, I think, and doing his podcast. Heard a big libertarian support. Yeah. I think of Mises every time I hear Mises. Same level of intelligence and thought. I'm Mr. Mises. Look at me. I'm Mr. Mises. ECP. Mises. Alright, let's just clap these dudes. Let's go, Titus.
You
would play at marriage just for a chance to send me? Your resolve is admirable. All the more fitting to be my lovely wife.
Creepy. What's wrong with libertarianism? Keep more of the money you made working. Leftist OMG, literally Hitler. That's not what libertarianism is. Allowing corporations to take as much profit as they want and run the entire economy like Ancapistan is not going to lead to more money for workers. That's like saying trickle down. You know, just let the corporations do whatever they want and it'll trickle down to us eventually. It's not how it works. And because the lower wages are, the lower workers' pay is, the more higher profits are going to be, the higher the company's surplus is going to be. And if there's no government to, you know, even enforce any kind of minimum wage or whatever, the corporations are going to drive wages so low, it's going to be like slavery. That's what Ancapistan would look like. It wouldn't be the workers making more of the money they made working. What's the ECP, Eddie? Don't worry about it. I like this cutscene. Me too. Oh, MAGA communism. Yeah, I'll get to it after this scene. You guys always ask me interesting questions in the middle of the good cutscenes. Ew, look at his creepy fingers. Ugh. He really went for that kiss. Ew, Seymour is so creepy. He is, dude. He's got the long fingers. He's like, Yuna, my beautiful bride. Kiss me.
I'm sorry, but it is for Yevon.
Add sexual assault to one of the themes of Final Fantasy X.
There are exceptions.
Going back on their own religious values to protect their power. See it, comrade. Very true, Jacob. There's never been a capitalism without a state or without a government. It can't exist. The capitalists need their state to maintain capitalism because it's an inherently crisis-ridden and anarchic system and mode of production. So without a state to suppress the workers and maintain the biggest firms,
You're coming with
it
us.
goes crash.
Don't worry. Go.
This is foolish. If you fall, you'll die.
Is that guy supposed to be shaking that much? Good question. Get your nasty hands on.
I can fly. Believe.
She thinks she can fly? I wonder what Aeon's gonna get her. That's my guess. I can't remember what happens here, but I'm sure an Aeon grabs her. Yuna! Seymour like, what the hell? My wife just jumped to her death. There it is. It's Ifrit, aka Thomas Sankara. Hits his ass with a smoke bomb. That's why Riku's the best character, y'all. Who would have thought to hit Seymour, the main villain of the game, with a flash bomb and run?
I'm gonna kill that Seymour.
Yuna said leave. We leave.
We'll join up with her later.
Break through.
Where'd Uni go?
Orin's pumped.
The Bell Palace is temple. Yuna goes to one place only.
The Chamber of the Faith.
Ooh, we got another cloister of trials coming up, it looks like.
It's too quiet. A trap?
Who cares? Yuna's waiting for us.
What is a libertarian socialist? Met one who is anti-China and pro-Ukraine on Twitch. They're Vaush socialists. That's what Vaush calls himself. A libertarian socialist. It's not a real socialist. It's an idealist socialist who believes you can have some kind of socialism without the government. Without a state.
Don't look at me.
It's pure idealism. Because there's no, there hasn't ever been, since primitive communism, there hasn't been a state or a government or an economy or a system without a state. Just like capitalism needs a state, at least in the early years of development of socialism, you need a state to plan things and organize things and construct things and meet people's needs and bring people out of poverty. And like the idea that you can have socialism without that'll just come into existence where everybody shares and works when they feel like it. It's just idealism. It just exists in Vaush's head. And then any country who actually tries to build socialism, if it's not their utopian version of socialism, if it actually has a state, a government, they're against it. They condemn it. They call it evil, like China. Yet they'll support countries like Ukraine, which has maybe the most corrupt government in the world right now. Just a U.S. puppet state that's banned any and all opposition. So it's hilarious that they support that authoritarian state, but not any state that wields authority on behalf of the proletariat. Libertarian socialism is an oxymoron, it is. Well, he admitted he can't stand reading theory and economics. You just spoke, I think you spoke to Vaush. I don't know if you spoke to a Vaush fan. I think you spoke to Vaush himself, because that's what he says. And that's why he's the worst. That's why we need to combat Vaush. Because he's such a terrible influence on people. He tells people not to read, and to just be libertarian socialist, to be idealist socialist, and not dig into theory. And it leads people to just pure liberalism, bro. Pure liberalism. Lower state social democracy with no government. You need a state to protect you from capitalist states that would just genocide you. Exactly, my friends. Exactly. See, you guys get it. Because you've read theory. Vaush's fans don't get it because he purposefully keeps them ignorant and tells them not to read theory so they can continue to be dumb like him. Alright, y'all, I'm going to end this here because I don't want to do the Cloister of Trials right now. It'll take me hours to figure out the puzzle. I want to figure it out and then I'll film it, but Vaush is relevant. He's got like hundreds of thousands of followers. I gained so many followers from debating Vaush, but he's becoming less relevant. But either way, thank you all so much for watching. This was a really fun stream. Beat that dragon guy. Thank you so much, Jacob, for moderating. Appreciate it a ton, man. It was really helpful, especially when we have these smaller streams. It's really annoying to have trolls in here, so I appreciate you, comrade. Solidarity. And I agree. Read Anarchism or Socialism by Stalin. All right, see you, folks.